Hey everyone, it's Erica. Welcome back to my channel. Today I have a layout for the Jillibean Soup design team, and I'm so excited to be sharing my first project with you guys. I'm going to be using this cut file, and it's from Jillibean Soup, and you can get it in the Silhouette Design Store. It's called You Are Every Bit of Wonderful, and I will leave it linked down below for you. I'm going to be using some die cut pieces from the new Rainbow Root, and then also I pulled out the 6x8 All About Dots and All About Plaid paper pads in these beautiful rainbow colors. My inspiration came from this rainbow that is in this cut file. I'm going to show you just a few ways that you can make color pop on your project. The first way that I do like to make color pop is just by using a cut file. You can get a lot of color in a cut file by backing it with different colored pattern papers, just having a lot of fun with the colors in a collection. So using cut files is a great way to make some colors pop on your project. This rainbow up here, I'm going to use the blue, the yellow, and the red from the All About Dot paper pad from Jillibean Soup. Cut that out and get it adhered with some Tombow mono glue. Another way to make things really pop is by using a nice white cardstock or a black cardstock with your color, with your pattern papers. That black really makes it stand out, and so does that white. So I love using white cardstock and also white backgrounds. I know a lot of people don't like all that white space, but I just love that clean look, and then just the colors. I just think the colors pop when you use the white or a black cut file. So I'm just gonna quickly back this rainbow, and it didn't take much time at all. It's a pretty easy shape to back, and I back cut files all the time. I think in just about every layout that I do, that I have a cut file somewhere on my layout. You know, when you first get started, it may be a little tricky, and I've taught some classes with cut files, and they're like, I'm never going to get this. I can't trace it. I could either cut it too small or too big. I still, to this day, will cut things too small or too big. You just have to trim around it. Or if I do cut something too small, I'll just get another piece of paper that matches that same, the same pattern paper, and just kind of patch it in there, and you'll never know. So if you're just getting started with it and it's frustrating because of the tracing of the letters, just stick with it. You'll get it. You'll catch on. And there's also ways to, for easier cut files for letters or a rainbow shape like this, you can go in your Silhouette Studio and create the backing for your cut file. So I've got the rainbow done, and I'm going to go ahead and do the big title, and I'm going to use these 7 colors that I pulled from the Jillibean Soup All About Plaid paper pad. I love these colors, and every word is going to be a different color, and then the word wonderful at the bottom, I kind of broke it up and did 2 colors. That way I had 7 different colors on the layout. I wanted a lot of color, a lot of fun on this page. Another way to make your colors pop on a layout for me is by printing your photos in black and white. The photos that I am using for this layout are of my husband and my daughter on Father's Day, and there was a lot. We were at the park, and there's a lot of green in the photos from the trees, and then from the colors on their outfits. Alyssa, I believe, had a teal shirt on and some green shorts. So it's just a lot of color going on and competing with the colors in the layout. So by printing it in black and white, I think it really helps make the colors pop. If you notice, on probably 90% of my layouts, I print photos in black and white. I just love the black and white photos. Also, when I do mini albums and stuff like that, a lot of my photos are printed in black and white, or I will edit my photos to kind of mute the colors and just make them a little bit softer. So I'm just going to continue backing this cut file, and I cut this a long time ago, I don't know how long ago, but I didn't save it. I know I messed with it, and I kind of adjusted the size of the cut file, and I wish I would have saved it, because then I could have gone back and created backings for the title instead of having to cut out each word. It didn't take me a whole lot of time, but it would have saved me a ton of time if I would have been able to just go into Silhouette and cut them out with the Cameo and then adhere them down. But either way, it got done, and I love how it looks in the end. So for my clouds, I decided to put my photos behind the cloud cut file, or the rainbow cut file. There are 2 clouds, and I put a photo in each cloud, and I love how that looked. I did at first have 2 photos kind of stacked together like a photo strip, and I was struggling with where to place the photos. I had the rainbow off to the left, and then I had it off to the right with the photo kind of sticking out, but I really wanted to keep the rainbow in the center. So to do that, I decided that I would put the photos as the cut file backing. So I really love how that looks. One of my photos did not fit all the way. So when I adhere it down, there's a lot of left open space on the right-hand side. So what I did was printed the photo out again, just a little bit larger, and took the background, because it's just trees and forest and stuff in the background. And that was kind of blurred out. It's like bokeh in the background. So I just cut a chunk of that out and then stuck it to the photo. And just a little bit of photo surgery, and it worked just fine. You can't even really tell. I mean, if you're like looking straight at it, but if I would have never told you that those are 2 separate pictures just kind of pieced together, you would not even notice. It works out. So if that ever happens to you, where you want to put your photo behind a cut file and it doesn't fit, just print out another one a little bit larger and kind of piece it together, because it works. Or you can always stick in a big enough embellishment there to cover it. I do this a lot with cut files. When I cut something that's too short, instead of tracing it again and recutting it, I will just take that same pattern paper and just kind of patch it together, because really you're never going to know. And it's really not that big of a deal. So I'm just doing my photo work right now and getting them backed behind the cloud. First one fits perfectly, and I will just trim around the excess photo. And then for this one, you'll see that there's like extra open space there on the right. I'm going to take the photo that's sitting up there in the left corner and just cut some of that out and then piece it together. Just like that. I'll trim away the excess photo that's sticking out, and it is done. I do pop everything up on some foam dimensionals, so the rainbow is popped up, and so is the title there. I love this title. It is so fun. So now that I know where I want everything to go, I'm just going to add a couple little tick marks to the title. And I'm going to add some color behind this title. So I'm going to pull out a bunch of mists from my stash that match or are pretty close of a match to the colors in these papers. So I have like a red, a pink, 2 yellows, a green, a teal, and a blue. And they're just from different companies. Like I said, they're all from my stash. This first red one is from a Muse Studio that I've had forever. A Muse Studio, I'm not even sure it is even in business anymore. But I still have a ton of the sprays left, and they work great. They dry kind of like to a matte finish. And then there is the pink, which is a grapefruit. I have mustard from the Heidi Swapp Color Shine. And then the other yellow is a Shimmers. I think it's No Yoking. The green is another Amuse Studio, and I think it's Lemon Lime is what it's called. The aqua is called Mermaid from Amuse Studio. And then the blue one is like Blue Hawaiian. And it's from, I think it's called Memories Made or Making Memories or something like that. It's really, really old. And, but it's the only blue that I have that is that color, like that blue. I don't even know what color that is, but it's the only one that matched, and it's the only blue, that color blue shade that I have in my stash. So I'm keeping it until it's gone. It works great, so there's no reason to get rid of it. So I kind of blot up some of this ink, and then while doing that, I did smear some of that red. There was like a big drop of of that red, and when I went to go blot it up, it left a mess, but it's totally fine because it's going to be covered up by the cut file anyway. So adding splatters like this to your layout, kind of matching the color that's on the cut file, is another way to just make the colors pop on your page. I love doing this. Sometimes I'll do the splatters, and then sometimes I'll do the smishing with like the packaging technique, or I'll do both. It's just a great way just to make things pop off your page. I just love the way that it looks. I love all the sprinkle on this page and all the color. I do keep the embellishments pretty light on this page. I thought I was going to back it with this pink paper, but I don't. In the end, I just add a strip along the bottom. There is a beautiful scallop page from the Rainbow Root collection, and I fussy cut one of them out because I think I'm going to put the red scallop at the bottom. But then I noticed the backside is like this really pretty yellow, so I decided to use that instead. And I do put a yellow sun at the top, so I have the yellow sun at the top and then the yellow scallop at the bottom, and I love the way that looks. I keep embellishment very, very light for this page because of all of the beautiful color and the big title. That really is just the focus of the layout. All that color, the cute clouds with the photos, and all that beautiful sprinkle in the background. So the embellishment is very, very light. I add the sun, a couple clouds, 2 florals kind of peeking out of the cut file, and then my journaling at the very bottom is just a strip that I typed out with my We Are Memory Keepers typewriter. Keeps it just nice and simple, and I love the way that it turned out. I'm going to leave everything linked down below for you guys, and also the blog post that goes with this. I'll leave it linked down below so you guys can head on over to the Jillibean Soup blog and check it out. This cut file, if you're interested in it, is called You Are Every Bit of Wonderful, and I'll leave it linked down below for you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed my first ever Jillibean Soup design team project. I hope you enjoy the still shots. If you are new to my channel, I would love for you to subscribe and click that thumbs up. I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I will catch you in my next video. Bye.